Ever feel like you're hustling alone? Like everyone else has a tribe, but you're stuck on the outside looking in? What if I told you that your next breakthrough, business, happiness, even health, won't come from grinding harder, but from building the right friendships? And that there is a proven way to do it, even if you feel you've lost your touch. Hey, my name is Ernest. I've built businesses, lost friends, rebuilt my cycle, and learned that your network isn't just your net worth, it's your lifeline. Today I break down why friendship is your most underrated asset, the science behind why we lose friends, and step-by-step playbook to build a powerful, loyal network. No awkward, small talk required. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. Most high achievers have fewer real friends than they admit. Friendship is the #1 predictor of happiness and long-term health. Yet after big life changes or grinding through business, many realize they are absolutely isolated. The pandemic, moving, breakups, even business pivots can shrink your circle overnight. When I sold my first agency, I thought I'm gonna celebrate with my friends, but my phone was absolutely silent. Turns out I've been so focused on my work that I let all my friendships fade away. Success is empty if you have no one to share it with. You might think you're too busy for friends or that networking is just for extroverts. But research shows that the lonelier you are, the worse your business and health outcomes. When was the last time you called a friend just to check, not to talk shop? Harvard's longest running study on happiness found that close relationships, not money or fame, are what keeps people happy and healthy. Think of friends as your emotional immune system. Neglect them and you feel the symptoms everywhere. Are you really as connected as you think, or just busy? The signs of friendship decay. Why do friendships fade even when no one means for it to happen? Friendships thrive on regular, casual time together. That's why school or university is a friend-making machine. You see the same people, share experience, and trust builds naturally. As adults, work, family, and comfort zones take over. Social media gives the illusion of connection, but doesn't replicate or replace the real time together. I used to think sending a meme counted as keeping in touch. Obviously, in some friendships it does. But after a tough year, I've realized I couldn't call anyone for real advice. Relationships are like plants. Ignore them and they wither. Water them and they grow. Most people think friendships end with big fights, but usually they just fade from neglect. So who's one person you haven't spoken to in months but wish you had? A 2021 study found that regular, low-stakes contact, like grabbing coffee or going for a walk, is the #1 predictor of friendship longevity. Your social network is like a web. Lose one hub, a key friend, and the whole thing can unravel. Now look, I've lost entire circles after one move or a breakup. It happens to everyone. The trick is to rebuild on purpose. Most people don't lack friends, they lack intention. So what if you could build a powerful, loyal network in just 3 months? Step 1, prioritize it. What I mean by this is just block time for friends like you do for your business. Step number 2 will be to find your environment, choose spaces that fit your vibe, like clubs, sports, volunteering, masterminds, even co-working spaces. This is where you can genuinely connect with people that are gonna be at the same level. Then step number 3 will be to take the initiative. Don't wait for invites. Organize dinners, game nights, or coffee runs. As a matter of fact, I remember back to the days when I was building my first business, people from my circumstances, even colleagues from work, they got used to the fact that I'm not going out. So they just stopped inviting me. So in this case, I will need to take the initiative in order to actually regain the connection with them. So step number 4, reconnect. Message an old friends. Most are just waiting for someone to break the ice, but if both parties are waiting for it, no ice is gonna be broken. Step number 5 will be consistent. It takes a few months of regular interaction for real trust to form. Step number 6, care and share. Show genuine interest. Share your story, but don't overshare too soon. I remember I started monthly founders dinners. Just 4 people, no agenda. 6 months later, those dinners turned into business deals, real friendships, and a support system I never had before. This is a perfect example of something small that on the basis that you're gonna treat it as a garden, treat it as a plant, you're gonna water it regularly, it can grow into something bigger. In a world of noise, real connection is your unfair advantage. You don't need 100 of friends, you need a handful who have your back. So just ask yourself, who could you invite for coffee this week? Because 2023 MIT study found that people who intentionally nurture a small group of friends are twice as likely to report high life satisfaction. Building friendships is like compound interest. Small, consistent deposits pay off big over time. The most successful founders I know treat their friends like assets, not afterthoughts. I used to think I had to do it all alone, but every breakthrough in my life came from a conversation, not a spreadsheet. Now, look, don't get me wrong, I understand where you're coming from. Are you worried that you'll never be as social as those people? Good. The good news is you don't have to. Friendships don't need constant attention, but they do need check-ins, especially during milestones or tough times. Don't compare your circle to others. Everyone's needs are different, and it's normal for your social life to change over time. I used to envy the super connectors, the people you see, for example, any events, and they are like, wait, you look at them and you're like, wow, this person can speak with everyone. This was until I realized my best moments came from a few deep conversations, not dozens of shallow ones. Comparison is the thief of joy. Don't forget that. Real friendship isn't about numbers, it's about depth. Are you nurturing the right relationships, or are you just chasing more of them? Because psychology today, quality, not quantity, predicts happiness is friendship. But think of your friendships like a garden. Some plants need sun, others need shade. Tend what you have and it will flourish. Here's to friends who show up no matter what. Friendship is the ultimate force multiplier for happiness, health, and business. It takes intention, effort, and patience, but the payoff is massive. So start building your circle now and you'll unlock opportunities, resilience, and joy you can't get alone. If you're ready to level up in your network, drop a comment, I'm in, and share one person you reach out to this week. Now don't forget, in the end, your greatest asset isn't what you know, it's who you grow with. I see you in the next one.